Here, you, the one sitting there, scrolling through your phone, sipping that lukewarm coffee, wondering if today's going to be just another rerun of yesterday. Picture this. You're standing at the edge of a cliff in the Grand Canyon, the wind's howling in your ears, and the sun's painting the rocks red and gold. You can't see the bottom, but you feel it. Something big, something heavy, pulling at you. Life's like that, isn't it? A mix of beauty and chaos, highs and lows, good days and the ones that knock you flat. I'm here because I see you, and I want to help you figure this out. Not with some preachy self-help nonsense, but with a real, raw look at the mess we call life. I'm talking to you, not the neighbor, not the coworker, just you. And I've got a question that's been haunting me, one I think you've wrestled with too. Can good exist without evil? Does the darkness we hate actually light the way to something better? Look, I get it, you're tired of the news, the bills, the endless grind. Maybe you've been burned by someone you trusted, or maybe you're just sick of feeling stuck. I'm not here to sell you a magic fix, but I am here to walk with you through this puzzle. What if the evil you faced, the betrayal, the loss, the pain, wasn't just a curse? What if it's the key to unlocking a version of yourself you've never met? Stick with me, and let's dig into this together. I promise you'll leave with something, a spark, a shift, a way to flip the script on your life. Ready? Let's go. In a small town in rural Tennessee, there was a guy named Jake. Picture him, scruffy beard, faded flannel shirt, the kind of guy who'd sit alone at the diner with a cigarette he wasn't supposed to light indoors. Jake was the town pariah. Folks said he'd stolen tools from Old Man Carter's shed, scared kids off his property with a shotgun wave, and once punched a guy at the bar just for looking at him wrong. "Jake's trouble," they'd whisper over Sunday potlucks. "A real bad apple." But one October night, everything changed. A storm rolled in, tornado warnings blaring on every TV, and the river started swelling. By midnight, the dam up north cracked and water roared toward the town like a freight train. People panicked, grabbing kids and running for high ground. Then, out of nowhere, Jake's beat-up Chevy truck screeched into the square. He jumped out, yelling, "Get to the church, it's on the hill!" Nobody moved at first. They didn't trust him. But Jake didn't wait. He ran house to house, banging on doors, dragging people out. Old Mrs. Thompson, the miller's toddler, even the sheriff who'd arrested him twice. When the flood hit, the church was packed, and Jake was still out there. They found him later, clinging to a tree, half drowned, his leg busted from a floating car that smashed into him. He'd saved 32 people that night. The same folks who'd crossed the street to avoid him were now crying, thanking him, calling him a hero. So here's the kicker. Was Jake evil, or was the evil they saw just a mask, a rough edge that hid a guy who'd risk everything when it mattered? Think about it. If Jake hadn't been the outcast, the loner, the bad guy, would he have had the guts to run into that flood? And you, what's the evil in your life you've been cursing? That boss who fired you, that friend who ghosted you? Could it be the push you didn't know you needed? Now let's head to Chicago, where Sarah lived. Sarah was the girl everyone loved. Bright smile, always volunteering at the food bank, the type who'd give you her last dollar. She worked at a startup, pouring her heart into it, trusting her co-founder, Mike, like a brother. But Mike had other plans. One day, Sarah found out he'd been siphoning funds, pinning it on her. The company tanked, her name was trashed, and she lost everything. Her savings, her apartment, her reputation. She spent months in a haze, staring at the ceiling of her mom's basement, asking, "Why me?" But here's where it gets wild. Sarah didn't stay down. She started reading books on business, psychology, even con artists. She learned how to spot a lie, how to protect herself. A year later, she launched her own gig, a consulting firm helping small businesses avoid scams. Today, she's killing it, speaking at conferences, and people call her the survivor. That betrayal? It broke her, sure, but it also built her. Think about your own story. That time you got screwed over, maybe a breakup, a job loss, a family fight. It felt like evil won, right? But look closer. Didn't it teach you something? Didn't it force you to grow? Sarah's evil, Mike's betrayal, was her cruel teacher. What's yours? And here's the big one. If Mike hadn't stabbed her in the back, would she be where she is now? Evil might not just be the villain. It might be the coach you never signed up for.
Let's zoom out. America's story is full of this dance between good and evil. Take the Civil War, hundreds of thousands dead, families torn apart, a nation bleeding. Pure evil, right? But out of that hell came the end of slavery, a step toward justice that reshaped the country. Or think about the Great Depression. People lost homes, starved, jumped from windows. Yet it birthed the New Deal, Social Security, a safety net millions rely on today. Evil carved the path for good. Philosophers have wrestled with this too. Nietzsche said, "What doesn't kill me makes me stronger." Emerson, an American icon, wrote about self-reliance born from struggle. Evil's not just a wrecking ball, it's a chisel, shaping us, whether we like it or not. But here's the gut punch. What about the ones who don't make it? The soldier who didn't come home, the family crushed by the crash. If evil's necessary, why do they pay the price? That's the question I want you to sit with. Evil's tricky. It doesn't always look like a monster. Imagine Tom, a single dad in Texas. He fudges his taxes to pay for his kids' chemo. Evil or love? Or Lisa, a nurse in Seattle, who lies to a dying patient about his family coming just to give him peace? Wrong or mercy? This is the grey zone where evil and good blur. And it's where you live too. That evil choice you made, cutting off a toxic friend, faking sick to skip work. Maybe it wasn't so black and white. So where's the line? How much evil do we tolerate for good? I can't answer that for you, but I can ask. What's the evil in your life right now? That addiction you're fighting, that regret you carry, could it be the fire refining you? Evil's not always the enemy. Sometimes it's the mirror showing you who you could be. Listen, I'm not saying evil's your buddy. I'm not telling you to hug the jerk who screwed you over, but I am saying this. You've got power here. The evil you faced, the layoffs, the heartbreak, the nights you cried yourself to sleep. It's not the end of your story. It's the middle. You're not a victim. You're a fighter. Every scar's a lesson. Every fall's a step. Tonight, when you're brushing your teeth, look in the mirror and ask, is the evil I've seen my enemy or my teacher? You don't need to love it, but you can use it. Life's not handing you a cheat code. It's giving you a thread. Grab it. The good's waiting, but you might have to walk through the dark to find it. And when you do, you'll meet the real you, the one who's tougher, wiser, and ready to change the game. I believe in you. Now go prove me right.